Hey you guys, it's Bree. I'm getting ready to do my December garden tour to finish off the year of 2023. It is currently the day before Christmas Eve, so I hope everyone watching this has a very Merry Christmas. But let's go ahead and take a look at what I do have going on in the garden right now. This is the bed that I planted all my carrots in, and you can see the varieties that I planted on this side are doing a lot better than the ones that I did on this side. Now, I have not gone through and thinned any of these. As you can see, there are quite a few down there, so I do need to go through and thin them. But they are just filling in so nicely. You can see the 4 rows that I planted them in. And over here, like I said, they're just very, very spotty. You can see there's a good amount up there, but not really good germination down here. I do have 1 radish, but it's not doing very well either. And no radishes growing up here in the front or growing back there in the back, which is where I had other seeds planted. My sage is doing really, really nice. I know some of the leaves are turning a little yellow on the bottom, but this is all new growth right here, so it's doing really, really good. In that bed, that's where all my peppers and my marigolds were. As you can see, I did just chop all of those off. I didn't pull them out. I just chopped them off at the base, and I'm just going to leave those in there until spring when I go ahead and put more soil in there and amendments and stuff like that. Here is my lettuce bed. Now, if you've been following along, these are the ones that I started from seed inside, and they were looking a little leggy and looking pretty rough. But I mean, look at them now. They're doing pretty good. You can see all the new growth on that one right there, looking really, really good. We have a really pretty purple one, and then a bunch of little tiny babies when I just sprinkled a whole bunch of seeds in here. But these are all looking pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Over here, this is where my fig tree was. You can see we've had a few frosts and all the leaves fell off of it. Now there were actually some figs on there, but they're completely rotten now. So let's throw those back in there. These are the 2 onions that I forgot to pull out when I harvested all my onions, so they're still growing pretty nicely. My blueberry bushes, I don't know. You can see there are some leaves on that one, but they look pretty rough. Here's the other one. And then that looks like a carrot. I don't know how that got way over here. Just so you can see, this is the bed I'm in. All the carrot seeds were planted over there. So, yeah. Don't know how that little guy got down there, but he's doing pretty good. Now, with our crazy temperatures, we've had warm and cold. You can see my fig tree is a little confused and trying to push out some new growth all over it, actually. But it survived last year, so I'm expecting it to come back and be really big and lush in the spring. Over here behind me, this is where I planted my broccoli, my cabbage, and my dinosaur kale. So these are the broccolis. Now, if you've been following along, you will remember that these got pretty heavily eaten by those cabbage worms. I never got around to putting anything on them, and they're coming in really, really nice. This right here is the Ruby Perfection cabbage. Now, I do have a bunch of little tiny things popping up. I don't know exactly what those are. I put a bunch of random seeds in here. The dinosaur kale is looking really, really nice, and those were really, really sad before. This one you can see has more pest damage on it, but I mean, I'm still surprised without me putting anything on it for the bugs. They're all looking pretty good. Last bed over here, I don't know, I do have a bunch of ants right there that I haven't taken care of. But I want to say that was a purple bok choy, maybe? But I don't remember planting that this time. I remember planting it in the spring, but nothing ever popped up. This is my oregano. It's actually filling in really, really nicely. And then that over there is my parsley. So as you just saw, there's not a whole lot going on in my garden right now. I have not put a video out in quite some time. Nothing's wrong, I just haven't made a video. I've just been taking some time off and resting and having some more family time. So I also have not been actually out in the garden as much as I would have liked to have been. I just actually did all my garden cleanup a couple days ago. So I still had all these dead pepper plants from the frost when it killed all those. So I definitely just taking my time and just relaxing and trying not to stress and rush or do anything like that. Now, I do think I missed my window of opportunity to plant my garlic, and I do plan on doing onions, but none of my stores have onions yet, so I gotta wait on that. So right now I'm just going to enjoy my lettuce and hope that it fills in really, really nicely. I need to thin those carrots, and hopefully I'll have a good carrot harvest this year. And my other brassicas back here, hopefully I get some broccoli this year. I have never actually eaten kale, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the kale. I don't know if maybe I'll just give that to my chickens, or I think my goldfish. I think I can actually feed that to my goldfish. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy my garden for what it is. Hopefully everybody has a Merry Christmas and has a great time with their family, and I will see y'all at the beginning of 2024. One thing I almost forgot to show y'all is I actually have tomato plants growing in December that I didn't even plant. Let me show you where. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a whole bunch over there on that side, and a couple right here. So I'm over here by the chicken coop. We used to have that white chicken coop, that little, I say mobile. It was supposed to be mobile, but it was a pain in the butt to move. So we had that chicken coop sitting here with my black copper Morans in there. But this summer was a rough year and I lost most of my chickens. So now the only chickens I have left are 3 black copper Morans and an olive egger, and that's it. So I didn't need to have 2 coops, so I went ahead and we sold that little white one on the marketplace. And then, yeah, I just left it here like this, empty for I don't know how many months now. And I came out here the other day and I was like, what the heck? I was like, I have tomato plants. Now, I'm not going to do anything to cover these or anything like that. Some of them you can already see have frost damage on them. So none of these are going to make it, but I just thought it was so awesome. Now I did actually contemplate trying to bring 1 or 2 inside, but could you imagine how big the plant would get? But I don't know, maybe I will, who knows. But yeah, I just thought I would share that with y'all.